was on the juvenile block. Shady, that is crazy. Still on the same with Ab. Very intelligent, very giving. Mulaz was the first originator of the Goonie gang. That's my man. But I felt like Dark, nothing either. I got shot over Johnny Mike. I ain't got nothing bad to say about him. That's how prison go. When you go to prison, you can't go in there and put a mask on and be like,
tell me what you know about the hood life.
Yeah, man. You already know we tuned into a good joint, man. Had to slide up on my boy, man. It's really my guy, you know what I'm saying? We definitely got some years in right now. So, for the people who ain't too familiar with you, go ahead and introduce yourself.
what's up? My name is Mier Malik. To some people, Miracle Malik. You know, I'm just a regular guy from Philadelphia.
That's all, Mier Malik, man. No, like, if you from the city, you definitely somebody that we seen you come, like, a long way from.
At the end of the day, if you can make the people hate you, then love you, we're now family.
Rapping before rap to the experience with Joe, then the situation with Ab, you was running with Ab, and then seeing you with Benny, then going crazy on live. Like I said, man, you definitely like somebody in the city that been doing your thing for a minute. So before we jump into today's festivities, just give them a little brief history as far as what part of the city you from and how was your young boy days.
I'm from Southwest Philadelphia. My young boy days, I'm the third oldest of 13 children from my mother and my father. You know, it's the regular struggle of life, you know. We brown skins, so that ain't never been easy. You know, I was a good kid in school. I was a dancer, I was a fighter, I was a good kid, you know. But you know, a lot of things I had to learn because of the struggle and being the third oldest of 13 children with a single parent mother.
13, that's a hell of a number. So how was that as far as like hella brothers and sisters and all that?
It was fun.
I know you had a lot of responsibility too though.
Yeah, hell yeah. A lot of responsibilities, especially when I had to man up and be the big dog in the house when the parents wasn't around. So yeah, it was fun, bro. It was extremely fun. To the point where I learned how to hustle because of my brothers and sisters. You know, shout out to my mother, I love her to death. My mom was going through some things at the time. My father, same as well. So we would be in the house by ourselves. And I would have to find a way for us to eat. And I remember I used to get on my GT Dyno and I used to ride the 60th and Woodland Avenue. And I used to go to a supermarket called Murray's. And I used to sit out there and I used to bag bags and carry the bags to the customers' cars and they'd pay me. And I would go up there and I'd make about $20, $25. I'd buy a 5-pound bag of chicken, a 3-liter Days pineapple soda, we had flour and all that shit in the house, probably some grease. I would definitely get a big bag of blow pops. And I think the rest of the change I just put in my pocket and that crazy with.
Talk about Murray days, man. They ain't even got them joints around no more.
No, they gone. They gone. But that's how I learned how to hustle when I was actually forced to do so. Mm-hmm. So I honor those days.
Right. So moving forward, when did you first start getting involved with the music?
All right, initially I got involved with the music. I think I first wrote my first rap on the Juvenile block 2003, January 2003. And guess who I wrote the rap and spit it to?
Tell me, huh?
Shady Black.
Shady.
Shady.
You and Shady was put together as youth?
That's when I met him. We was 15 years old. 15, 16 years old. We was on the Juvenile block. And Shady, that nigga's crazy. You know his brother, LA, rest in peace to LA, you know, Chris and Neef, those was just close homies. So this guy was a rapper. And I used to always hear him rap. And I used to hear Chris and Neef. That's like, damn, he's like, no, that's his homies. So inside of his cell, you know, just the house of correction days. Y'all remember the light bulb used to hang from the ceiling. This nigga used to put a brown paper bag around it and act like it was a microphone, and he was in the booth like in Rap City, BET Rap City. I'll never forget that. Shout out to Shady Black. Definitely.
So moving forward, when did you really first start coming on the scene in music?
All right, so I initially started doing the music, I want to say 2012. 2012, I started doing my thing. I was printing T-shirts, and I was coming with a movement shirt that I got on. MIER, mostly intelligent, extremely relevant. That's an acronym of my name. That's something I came up with, and I was printing my own shirts, and I was recording my own videos. So, I mean, you can look all that shit up. It's on YouTube as we speak. So every time, I was an actual videographer too, Quill. Did you know that? Yeah. I was intelligent how I did. I wasn't smart. I was intelligent. Every person that I ever did a video for, I would do their video for free. And I would make them wear my clothes.
Yeah, no, that's definitely good.
So, yeah, so when you would wear my clothes, it's a hand in hand. You get a hot video, you know what I mean, and you advertise me at the same time. This shit I thought about 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm. So, how did you first meet AR Ab?
I met AR Ab through Leak Moss. Leak Moss was my cellie, 2005, I think 2006, 2005, 2006, at Pick. And Mier Malik was real tight, and he gave me, cause I used to call AR Ab mom. I used to call her house and you get three-ways through his mom on the strength of Leak. So, you know, when it came down to me knowing Leak Moss, that's how it was. And then
So what was the vibe like when you first met Leak? Because I heard like a lot of stories as far as like him and then his youth and being on like America's Most Wanted and all that.
Leak was a good dude. I never got none of that crazy shit from him. Good nigga. And that's the difference. Ab was the same person. Ab was the same person. They soft spoken, they mean well, but they get with you. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't, when I met him, it wasn't no, oh my God, this nigga's incredibly crazy. Nah, it's not like that. One of the most intelligent people you gonna talk to. Kiss you in your cheek type ass nigga. You understand what I'm saying? And what I mean that is, kiss you in your cheek and you gonna get the fuck out of there the next day. The point I'm breaking down is, he was a good nigga, but you would have never known unless you provoke. These are the type of niggas I was dealing with. Same with Ab. Very intelligent, very, very giving, very nice people. But if you play the role, you're gonna get what you get.
Talk about them cookout days, man.
With the Goonie Gang cookout?
Yeah,
The Goonie Gang, I attended two of them, but one of them I got into shit with my sister. Now, this is what I'm trying to tell people. The print game was crazy. I was printing. I was in the middle of the fucking cookout. It would be like 3,000 people out there. And I was one of the first niggas out there with a portable print machine. I would literally be in the middle of the thousands of people printing shirts and selling that shit. Like, What? I was crazy with it. Like, yeah. Shout out to Moulaz. Moulaz was the first originator of the Goonie Gang, but I put my sauce on it. I was the printer of OBH at the time. It was another, bro. I forget his name. I think it was Rada. It was one of them. Shout out to whichever one. I apologize. I know I had strokes. But they was the original printers. And then I touched the paint, and it was over from there. You know what I mean?
So talk about how you felt when the situation happened with Ab, and then after that, I really want you to talk about how did you feel when the situation happened with Dark Low, because he was out here for a minute, and I remember just running around with y'all to a little bit, then behind the scenes at the Benny and Low shoot and all that. How did you feel when like Lil got grabbed when he was kind of like in the clear?
I said this on another interview, and I don't want to go too much deeper. I love Dark. That's my man. But I felt like Dark did high-profile dumb ass. It put him in jail. He ain't a rat. He's a dickhead for what he did. And, you know, we all men. We deal with it and we move forward. So, yes, I was highly upset with him. He knows how I felt about it. I told him how I felt about it. With Ab's situation, Ab is a little bit different. It ain't that much different because I told Ab the same thing. Get off the camera. Watch how you talk. Watch how you move. For every action is a reaction. But Ab is Muslim and Ab is very intelligent. You know, God willing, you know, inshallah you get some rhythm to come back out of this. But for every action is a reaction, you know? So it comes with the game, you know? I can't sit here and say how I felt about them with their situation. That'll be more so like, that's my opinion. I keep that to myself. But when it comes down to Dark, that I gotta say that because we live by protocol. Shut up, nigga. That's it.
No, facts though. What was the vibe like at the Benny the Butcher shoot? Because we seen you heavy behind the scenes and chopping it up and all that. Then talk about the stories with Young Thug in Atlanta. What was the vibe like at the Dark Law and Benny shoot?
That was all that. I felt like I knew these niggas for 10 years. And you remember, you was there. You didn't even know them niggas. You see me talking to them niggas like, It was regular. It was like,
Take a video. You running him.
Play the song, bro.
Moving weight. Come on, play the joint.
No, play this. Oh.
I'm with stunt.
Yeah, just rap it.
That's a good job.
Accomplished. I ain't trying to. Liquor store run.
Bro, they right. Bro, it's my liquor store.
Oh, they getting liquor for them.
Get the bottle at the venue.
Y'all want to walk, bro?
Oh, you got it.
Lights.
We rolling.
including, what's bro name? Ricky. Ricky Hyde walked up and was like, yo, bro, I ain't never seen nobody ever wear this jacket. You know what I mean? The Young Thug jacket before Spider. I was like, yeah, I bought my joint in Atlanta. He said, no, I bought my joint in LA. He said, yeah, I bought mine in Atlanta. Long story short, the vibe was all that. It was definitely platinum.
One thing for sure, bro, it don't matter who in the room. You always keep the same energy, bro. It's like you could be, nobody can know you in the room. Jay-Z, 50 Cent could be in the room some way, somehow. You gonna like, the attention is going to come to you. But you always just be yourself.
That's how prison go. When you go to prison, you can't go in there and put a mask on and be like, yo, because you know, nigga gonna pull them curtains, and you are who you say you is, right? So when I get around people, all I can be is myself, and what you get is what you got. You know what I mean? I know how to deal with people in all different levels. Did you remember when I was in California, right? Do you remember when I was around the millionaires? I'm running around the fucking house. I'm talking spicy to them like I'll be talking to a nigga that's on the corner shooting dice, drinking a 40. So my thing is, it's vibes. You understand what I'm saying? It's not necessarily how you trying to be. Be your self.
Uh-huh. You know did you the nigga fucking Mac Weirdo ass that was squash the beef?
Who?
Johnny Mac Weirdo ass. I'm leaving that in there. I ain't cutting that shit.
You said you cutting that?
No, I said I ain't cutting that shit. Fuck that.
Well, I squash it. I didn't know it was a beef.
Yeah, not really, but you know, I remember like.
You talking about that bullshit I went through before I got shot?
Right, and because the whole internet kind of took that and people felt he had something to do with that shit in a way.
Nigga.
I'm just talking to the, you know, a lot of motherfuckers not from Philly, bro.
All right, look, long story short, Johnny Mac. I ain't got nothing bad to say about him. I ain't got nothing good to say about him. But know this, I got every fucking video from 2020. Every video. I'm talking about phone calls. I'm talking about everything. I got enough to destroy niggas' careers. So I don't want to talk about people. So I don't talk about them never having nothing to do with nothing either. I got shot over